Hello, Chris from ChannelX here. Delighted to be with Emily from eFones to find out more about the business, and I'm especially excited to find out about the TikTok side. But first of all, Emily, when did you set the business up and how did you get started?
So we set up eFones in 2019. We went live in October 2019 on eFones.com. We were quickly a bestseller on Amazon, and from our Amazon success, we were then approached by TikTok in 2021 and very quickly became the bestseller for Black Friday.
Amazing. So it's been really quick growth and success. But you've set up the business just in time for a pandemic to hit. How did that impact the business?
Oh, it was crazy times. Trying to work through the pandemic and maintain all the other departments and aspects of the business. We were lucky because our business does sell telecommunications equipment, so we kept everybody online, working from home, trying to do schoolwork.
So it must have been massive growth.
Yeah, we were very lucky that we had that growth and we were classed as an essential business. But yes, it was absolutely madness.
And then 2021, this is the exciting bit for people. TikTok. What was your first contact with TikTok? And did you use TikTok before then?
I never used TikTok. Some friends had it, my little sister had it. I never personally liked it or used it. TikTok know this. But we were actually on vacation in August. We were in Spain, and because of the success we'd had with brands working on Amazon, a contact there had spoken to TikTok, and they approached us and said, "Oh, we're launching TikTok Shop in the UK. Is this something you'd be interested in?" So we had the call in Spain. That was in August. We came back, tried to set up TikTok, a whole department, learn a whole new system, how to sell. I mean, it's so different from anything that we've done before. But yeah, we managed to be the bestseller.
And you must have been the guinea pigs right at the start of TikTok Shop, so
Absolutely.
no one really that you could emulate their working.
Honestly,
success.
we're so lucky that we've been working in partnership with TikTok because we've had their full support. Because we, honestly, at the beginning, we didn't really have a clue what we were doing. Even though we've got a strong sales background, it's such a different platform, marketplace, unlike any other that I've dealt with before. It's such a new way to shop.
So how does it actually work? Because I know you've obviously got TikTok Shop, but people have got to find your products on TikTok Shop. Though it's not like you mentioned Amazon where you can just go and pay for some sponsored ads or sponsored brands to get your product to the top. How do you get people to find you on TikTok?
So now at this point, 2 years later, we work with over 9,000 influencers. So they are all established on TikTok with accounts maybe from 500 followers to hundreds of thousands of followers, and they all obviously have different audiences. So we work with them, they produce content or do live streams and sell our products.
So step back a bit, 9,000 influencers. I don't even want to know how you can manage that many.
Yeah.
But just for people that aren't familiar with TikTok, how does it work? I mean, do you pay these influencers or is it all an affiliate program? Do you speak to every influencer and give them permission to sell your products, or can they just sign up and go onto the affiliate program and say, right, I think I can sell this?
It's really varied. So now if you have a certain amount of followers, you can actually put in for a sample request and you can sort of propose to us with your content, "I'd like to become an influencer and sell your products." If they're then successful, we send them a sample, they produce the content, and then they would get a fee, depending on what the product is, for obviously every sale. Some influencers, if they're like a really popular influencer, we would pay them a certain package to say do a live stream for us or produce a certain amount of videos. It is really varied, but at the moment we actually have a group on Lark, which is like the Chinese business version of WhatsApp, and we speak with hundreds of influencers on that. We're all like a team talking all day, every day. This is the latest product, this is the deal that we're going to put on, this is content that we can boost for you if you do a short video. Like, it is constantly trying to sort of churn.
So it's working with them non-stop, letting them know what's coming up, so that when you've got a new product release or a new special offer deal, that they're ready to go with their content.
Exactly. And because of the success that we've had with this, we're actually launching our own agency called T-Spot. So we will be looking after the influencers, because one thing that we found is some of the current agencies working with influencers, they take most of the fee for themselves, and that isn't something that we're about. We know how hard it is to actually work and get all that content. It's so time consuming, and we think they should be paid very, very well for doing that.
So you're doing all the work, but there's an agency managing you, taking a big cut of the profits.
So we want to do the complete opposite and still support the influencers to sell our products, but so they get what they should do. They get the amount of money, the sum of money that they should get for taking their time and producing the videos. It is so time consuming.
So let me just come back to the agency in a minute, because that is really interesting. But for those that are still not on TikTok Shop, or maybe they've looked at TikTok but not really got any traction or success, how did you work with your very first influencers to start building traction on TikTok? Was it yourself doing lives in-house, or was it the affiliate program? What was the one thing that clicked and made the business start to grow?
It was a combination, really. So we tried to do lives in-house. We've actually had 2 studios built when we started working with TikTok, and we were doing lives in-house. They were doing well, we were getting orders, but it still wasn't sort of getting to the next level. So we started reaching out to influencers. Lucky for us, it was around the right season, so it was Black Friday and Christmas build up.
So really good time of year. Top tip for anyone that's thinking of getting on TikTok, do it in time for Q4.
Yeah, exactly. Q4 is like online season. Everyone's going crazy buying stuff, so that is the best season to be doing it. So yeah, we started reaching out to influencers at that time, and again, because of the partnership with TikTok, they were able to say, oh, this influencer, give them the Dyson hairdryer, oh, give them the iPhone, and we sent samples out, and it just went wild.
So you're selling a relatively techie product in the ePhones. It's all comms product. Do you need influencers that specialise in comms products, or how do you get to people that aren't sort of people like me that I might want new headphones, or we're using microphones today, I might want some microphones for doing video recording, but I don't really know what I'm doing. How do you reach the people like me? So
that is such a good question, because that is one thing that we've found. So when we first started working with TikTok, that's what we were trying to aim for, all the sort of tech talks and techie people on TikTok and all those tech channels. But actually, the way that we have reached people like yourselves is working with all different influencers who are interested in fashion, beauty, cars, just being funny, silly content, just normal, relatable content that people would want to see. They are the people that then do a little video, oh, I've got this phone for £69, or look at these earphones for £19.99, and then putting that content out there is then how we reach people like yourselves, because you'll be scrolling through, oh, they look good, or I could do with that.
So it really is reaching that broad range of people by having a broad range of influencers.
Exactly.
Now, talk to me about numbers. How many followers does my influencer need? Do they need 1 million, or would 500,000 do, or is 100,000 followers enough? Or
it really varies. Some influencers only have a couple of thousand. Some influencers have about 50,000. Some, obviously the bigger influencers, some of them do have over 1 million working with us. But it is really varied.
And which ones are most successful? If I've got an influencer that's only got 500 followers, should I spend time with them? Is that going to work for me, or is there a level that's 2,000 or 5,000 that is the level I should be looking at?
I would say over a couple of thousand, but again, people who only have 500 to 1,000 working for us at the moment are doing really well with sales. So I think it must depend on their target audience.
So you can't rule them out, it really depends. If they've got a really tight niche but it's the right buyers.
Exactly.
This is so interesting, and with 9,000 influencers that you work with, tell me a bit more about the agency, because a lot of people might not know about TikTok influencer agencies. So how does that work?
Well, for ourselves personally, it's very early days of the agency, but basically if you were doing well with your TikTok and you thought, oh, I can make money, an agency will look after you. They'll be able to say to you, we can give you this brand, we can give you this product, you can earn this much, you just need to post X amount of videos or go onto a live stream, they will organise that whole thing for you, so that you just receive the product and have to film, and obviously you get paid.
So there's two sides to the agency then. There's the one side looking after the influencers, but the agency will actually bring them brands as well. So for the brands out there that are maybe looking at influencers and thinking, you've done well with eFones and you've got an agency, I want to work with you, how can they get in touch, and what should they expect when they approach you?
Yeah, exactly. So they can just get in touch, and they can obviously tell us what kind of thing they're looking for. I think it depends. I think each brand is very different of who they want actually presenting their products as well. So if they just want volume, if they just want, you know, to get their targets and things, we literally will just say, okay, give us the product, give us a sample. We will then say to them, talk to them about all the different fees and videos and all that kind of information, get the samples sent out to the influencers and make it happen.
And can you give me an idea? I know video's not easy, and especially when you're creating multiple shots and then you've got to stitch them all together into a video. Just how much work do these influencers put in, and what should a brand expect from them? Either if they're going to give them, is just giving them a free product enough, or do they need an affiliate as well, or should they be paying to produce the product and an affiliate? Where's the sweet spot?
Yeah, I mean, it really varies again. I think on the amount of followers, I think for the right approach to it. I know somebody who's been really successful and had different accounts, all with thousands and thousands of followers. One of them had been over 1 million followers. The brand would basically have to pay him a lump sum plus money for each product sold.
So a production cost for the video, effectively, and then affiliates. So the more successful he is, he gets a payment for each product that goes through.
Exactly. So there'd be a contract drawn up, and then he would have to make sure that he produces, say, 30 videos for that month, and complies with the
brand guidelines.
Exactly. But yeah, it really does vary on what level, I guess, the influencer is at for that part of it.
And can you talk to me about what a brand could expect from TikTok if they're successful? Sort of what sort of scale could it do for their business? Are we talking sort of hundreds of products in a month, thousands of products in a month? And I guess it varies very much depending whether you're selling sort of a 10 or 20 pound set of headphones to if you're selling £3,000 diamond earrings. I guess there's a big difference, but compared to other channels, how important is TikTok Shop becoming? Where do you see it going? Because it is only a couple of years old. Where do you see it in sort of 5 or 10 years time?
Well, it's funny because 2 years ago, when we were crazy trying to pack all the orders that we received from Black Friday to Christmas, I said to the logistics department, you watch, they'll have FBT, like Amazon do, they'll have the warehouses where we can send the products.
So FBT, Fulfilment by TikTok.
And 2 years later, we're here. We were the first people who now ship our products to FBT. They fulfill the orders for us. So that's happened in 2 years. So I think the opportunities for TikTok are endless. I think it is the most modern way to shop. And I'm so interested to see what's going to happen in the next couple of years. Yeah,
me too. And I think it's, when we started with the internet, I remember buying on eBay and they didn't even have pictures on listings. Now it's so complex, the amount of information on listings, and everyone's trying to add video into, whether you're doing Amazon ads, you can have video ads now, and eBay you can have ads in the gallery picture. But TikTok is all video, and whether it be just TikTok or whether other platforms come along as well, I see this just being an explosion of commerce that people need to get involved with.
Oh, absolutely. You need to get on it. It's definitely, I think it's going to be like the #1 new way to shop. And going back to the question that you said previously about brands coming to TikTok, what can they expect? We actually took brand Infinix, who I don't even think was recognised in the UK, and we made their smartphone go viral, and we've sold about 60,000 of them
60,000 smartphones.
in the last sort of 5 to 6 months.
That's
So,
significant amount of business.
yeah.
And just to give people an idea, what sort of value is the smartphone? What sort of cost range is it for?
Oh, so we normally
consumers?
do it at $69.99, and we do different flash sales as well. So recently we did a pop-up shop in London, and we dropped that down to I think $53.99, which was crazy. It won't be at that price again anytime soon, but it is, you know, it's not an expensive product. But saying that, at Christmas time, and again, it still shocks me, people will buy £1,000 iPhones or PlayStations, or, you know, it's both sort of ends of the
Both ends of the scale, from the high end to the
Exactly.
very affordable.
Exactly.
So before we go, I've got a couple of questions for people that are interested. First of all, if someone is an influencer or a creator and they want to work with eFones, how do they get hold of you? And secondly, if they want to work with your agency, how do they get hold of you? But possibly even more importantly for the people watching this, if there's a brand that wants to get involved with TikTok, how do they get in touch with your agency?
So basically, if you see us on TikTok, contact us through there. We have a team here that are 24/7.
So just search eFones on TikTok.
Just come to ePhones. We have a team here that deal with the influencers all day, every day. We'll speak with them. Myself and Richard deal with all the brands. For the telecommunications side of it, we were pretty connected already with all the sort of brands in the industry. So most people do just contact us, but if not, contact us through any of the information that you see on the website or on TikTok. And yeah, I mean, we receive samples every day. I've received some samples this morning of people wanting to work with us on TikTok.
So just search for eFones on TikTok, or if you've not got TikTok yet, just search them on the web and you'll find them.
Yeah, you will find us. We've got a contact number. We're on WhatsApp. Just get in touch.
Fantastic. Emily, thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.